The early returns are in on Donald Trump's new running mate. On the Republican side, the Club for Growth, Marco Rubio, Haley Barbour, and many others in the party have applauded the pick. House Speaker Paul Ryan tweeted he could think of, quote, no better choice for the slot than Pence. Many leading conservatives have been overjoyed that one of their own is joining the ticket. Other conservatives, though, are not as pleased. Ann Coulter called the decision Trump's, quote, first mistake, while Bob Vanderplaats of Iowa, a leading evangelical leader and a supporter of Ted Cruz, and some other conservatives looked at Pence's reversal on Indiana's religious freedom law last year and thought that suggested Cruz was not a conservative. They also don't like his decision to expand Medicaid under the Affordable Care Act. So, John, it's clear that the Trump campaign picked Pence in part to consolidate suspicious conservatives around the new ticket to help Trump. Hasn't worked with everybody, but is that goal on track? Will Pence, in the end, despite a few outliers, consolidate elite and grassroots conservatives for Trump?
I think that there's no doubt that there will be this will give some measure of aid and comfort. People like Paul Ryan are saying this is a good pick. To me, it's like there's some leadership, there's some Republican leaders who want to see signs from Trump that he cares about conservative principles. They're willing themselves to want to believe he's actually a conservative. Pence goes some way towards doing that. There will be people who nitpick him from the right in the same way as there are going to be a lot of people who nitpick him from the left. But in the end, it'll move some measure towards doing that. But for people who still doubt Trump's real ideological convictions and bona fides, the second person on the ticket isn't going to solve that problem.
Yeah, I think it depends.
Whoever it is.
I think it depends a little bit on whether Pence is influential within the campaign.
Yeah.
Do they stress some of these conservative issues that Trump hasn't stressed? I also think we'll see how much grassroots work Pence does, reaching out to influential groups. I think if Pence spends time with groups, Trump has a good chance, unlike Romney and McCain to some extent, of consolidating conservatives if Pence really works it. And my indications are that he will, and that they have a notion of how to deploy him, not just in Cleveland, but beyond.
Like I say, I think there's a chance of that. Again, though, I do think that I've been baffled by the way that that many people on the right have dealt with the Trump thing for a long time. I'm still baffled by the fact that Paul Ryan can say, he makes racist comments, he does this, he does that, but I'm still going to endorse him. I understand.
He may be a racist, but he's our racist.
Right.
To paraphrase.
Yes. So I think it helps to some extent, but again, the top of the ticket we both know matters more than anything else, right? And so, if you have profound concerns about Trump as a conservative, does Pence solve that for you? If you have profound concerns, I don't know.
Well, there are a lot of conservative leaders who today made it clear they like this pick.
They like the pick.
And there are people who had nothing good to say about Trump before.
I
so
agree.
Right away, they've converted some people. And I will also say amongst conservative electeds, particularly in the House, where Pence is well known, this has meaning. Mike Pence is not just a standard issue conservative Republican who used to be in Congress and now is a governor. He is a leader in the conservative movement.
See, I have a larger question about it, though, which is the other side of the coin, which, as your friend Joe Scarborough said immediately when he heard that Pence was going to be on the ticket, he said, this is so off-brand. To me, it feels like a huge capitulation in some way to the Republican establishment. Like just the whole idea of unity. We had Trump a couple months ago when Ryan called him out on some things saying, I don't care about Republican unity. The party should come with me or not, I'll go on my own. Now he's basically saying, well, I really need to unify the party at the convention. It seems very, to me, inconsistent with the kind of the strengths that Trump has exhibited in the past.
The pick of Pence to appeal not just to conservatives, but House members, donors, etc., shows that Trump went with his head, went with the advice that said, you need to do this to win. You can't go with the guys you like. You got to go with the guy who can help you win. And he did that.
Yeah, I just wonder, so for the people who love him for being an anti-establishmentarian, whether they'll like the pick, whether there's a cost side.